well, simpler, keep it simple, stupid. Poor people's food. Hi, welcome back. Last time I left you was with this setup. Works okay. I said I was still working on it, and I am, and I have been. And I come up with this cook set. Now, it is bulky, but it is a complete cook set. Some of it is optional. Well, most of it is optional. You don't have to take anything if you don't want, but if you want to be able to cook out in the field and you want to have a burner, a firebox, using this, what I've already shown you, Veggie Steamer, then this is it. So what I got here is two of these army basins, these folding basins. I think these are probably Dutch Army, I can't remember. So we're going to reverse engineer it. So we have our first pot, and put it to one side. We have our second pot with our contents. Okay, we have a washing sponge. We don't need a whole sponge, I couldn't be asked to cut it down, but you don't cut this down in a third of this or a half of this. Stick it back in some plastic bag and that'll do for washing the pot. Now, in here we've got 2/3 of a Helikon Tex Stainless Steel cooking set. Comes with this folding handle, and I've had to sacrifice the inner pot for this setup. So basically you have a plate or a lid, and as you can see they've got a good solid bottom on them. This Helikon Tex good stainless steel pot. So we'll put the pot and its lid out of the way for now. This is the third part of the set that I had to sacrifice to be able to fit the Veggie Steamer in. And this is my second vegetable steamer, and as I see I left the tab on this one, which means that you can suspend this. If you want to have a raised fire, you can suspend it with a suitable chain. So, without having to revert to all of those clips and stuff, I just came up with an easier way. Let's just go through some what I've got in here. This is all optional. Ice tongs, yeah, good for when you're turning bacon or something of that description. So this piece of silicone is designed to fit over the edges of your pots to give you a more accurate pour. But I have used it as on the edge of a suitable Crusader type cup as a drinking spout. It does work. Knife, fork and spoon, again everything is optional. Might use is laid out there. I have a tin opener and a bottle opener fixed to this tab on this Dutch Army foldable wash basin. It's always useful to have a tin opener. The reason that I decided to make this simpler, well, simpler, keep it simple, stupid, and simpler works best. Anyway, what we got here is another trivet, but this is a raised one. You can see. And I worked it out, and I got this stainless steel, probably a dog bowl or something, I don't know, but I got it. I discovered if I put this inside of this, yeah, and if I put this over the top, that with a bit of a stretch here, this will sit nicely on the ridge of this. That means this can't open any more than that. So there you have it. And that allows me also to feed in sticks without having to remove my pot. I can, as long as they're small stick twigs, I can put them in. I use a frisbee, an ordinary kid's frisbee. This frisbee well, besides being bright yellow, I have some bright red ones and bright orange ones, and the fact that they cost like a dollar or less each. That's my cutting board. Cut my food in that. I have in here another grill, another trivet, which if you want to put a steak on or something, can fit over the top of this if necessary, or it can be separate side by side depending on what your setup is of the day. And then what I carry is some disposable green paper plates in the bottom of here, and these are the large size, but I can put my food on that. The frisbee will hold the weight of the food, so I won't lose my food. I can sit it on my lap or whatever, and then at the end of the day, end of the meal, I can wipe the plate off and reuse it, or I can just burn it. I'd have no washing up, basically. So that's it. Now the next thing is to light this. I'm going to cook up some bacon, not bacon, some fatback. I want to render it down. I just wanted to experiment with it and to see how it turns out, and see if it's well, just see how it turns out basically. Rookie mistake, man. Might have been better putting a firelighter in, but I just wanted to use that bit of paper that I found. It's old paper from a cement bag. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at the fat coming out of that, rendering down. This is not the proper way to render it. I mean, to render it, you're supposed to cover it in water and then let the water evaporate with the heat, simmer it, bring it to the boil, simmer it. But I just had this left over. I'm starting to use it up because I got really a lot of it. I'm putting it in the dog's food with the liver. But I had this offcuts and I just wanted to fry it up and see how it would work, how it would come out if I was to do it in the field to get the fat and good vitamins. It's the wrong time of year really now, coming in spring. Well, it is spring. You really want this sort of stuff in the cold winter months, but anyway, it's still good as long as you don't eat too much of it. A lot of good vitamins, a lot of good fat in there, and it's very tasty. I mean, you can. I just want to dip my bread in that fat, you know, dip my bread in the fat with some ketchup. And away you go. Yes. Dip your bread in. That's nice. That's nice. And as you can see, flames are going well. From one, yeah, you'll see me put a little bit of extra wood in there, but hardly anything, basically. Yeah. Crisping down. Let's get it. I'm going to take this off the heat, move it up there, move that down there, move that over there, move this more here. And let's see how we get on with this. I can run it through a filter, but I don't particularly want to. I'm not particularly fussed. There are going to be little bits of this fat back from there. I need to rest my hand a second. And let's I don't want to burn myself. Now it's starting to get hot. They're not oven gloves, they're just okay. That can cool down. Put a lid on it in case some fly wants to drop into it, and let's see when that cools down what it looks like. Poor people's food. We'll all be poor shortly. So that's it. Next time we'll see it being used. So thanks for watching. Over and out for now.